Cheers.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole
you
nother
think so? First of all, someone thank everybody for listening. Welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. Here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, SoundCloud, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. But hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1, shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, JR. Sorry, JR taking selfies like a douche with the glasses.
What up, though?
How's everybody doing? All right, question of the day. A woman's ego. Has it ever stopped them from being in a great relationship or having something great? And what can women do to get past their own way? Yeah, 100%. Do you think women's egos can get in the way? I think a man's ego can get away 100%. I think a man's ego gets in the way maybe 75% of the time. I think some men's ego holds them back from finding that great relationship.
Men are prideful guys.
All right, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I believe it.
All right, let's call my sister. Let's get her in on this.
Hey.
Hey, what up?
Good. Nothing.
What are you up to?
She just said nothing.
Still working.
Yeah, see, exactly, Coy. Why don't you first of all relax? Let me talk to my sister, because that's my sister.
Men don't listen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the Men Don't Listen podcast.
That's JR. Anyways, JR, Coy, say what's up to my sister.
What's going on?
What's up?
Hi.
Wow. Anyways, keep shredding papers like you're in the Wolf of Wall Street or Boiler Room, in the back office. Anyways, question for you of the day. We are calling women because we want to actually know a woman's side of this. And do you think a woman's ego can hurt them in a relationship or stop them from being in a great relationship?
Yes, most definitely.
See? Now let me ask you this. In a relationship, what is the ego part? Like, why?
I feel like the ego part can be if you haven't been in a relationship for a long time or in a while. Let's not even say a long time, in a while. And so you've been doing your own thing, doing what you need to do. You're proud of yourself. And then having to come together, and it's weird. It's like not asking permission to do things, but just making sure that there's no plans. There can be an ego. They're like, why do I even have to ask that before I would just make my plans and go?
Yeah.
Or, if your significant other says something and, you shouldn't turn back around and be like, you know what? You met me. I was independent. I was strong. I don't need your help. Stop asking. Stop asking me to help me. It's a thing. It is a thing. An ego for a woman who's been on her own for a while or on her own a lot. There is a thing called like a woman being too.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
A woman being too what?
Too what?
Independent.
Oh, yeah. Sure. 100%. I don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, people might be like, what? No women can maintain it. Yes, we can. Because the simplest acts of kindness will shut them down. And that's because we're like, well, I could do that. Why are you asking? I'm not helpless, just because it's the too independent instead of just saying, you know what? Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, you do
You
have
know,
some women
even-
out there that'll be like, I don't need you to pay for my dinner. I'll pay for myself.
Right.
But
I'm like,
sometimes,
those
as a man,
people-
sometimes you do want. I mean, most times
Yeah.
you do just want to pay the bill because you don't.
I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not trying to play credit card
But-
roulette.
Yeah.
Like, let's get out of here.
No,
50-50.
exactly. And whenever I hear that, I'm like, he wanted to do something nice, or that just might be the type of person he is. And so
Yeah.
you're mad that he's nice. Well, I don't want him to think, no, you are thinking. He already was coming here excited to, have dinner with you. And this is how you say thank you?
Yep.
Okay, well, please keep that same energy, because you will be right back where you started, and then complain that, oh, he's too weak. And that's not the case. People just get tired of not being in a partnership.
Yep.
And if you want that man to allow you to always do everything, he's going to do it, and he's going to take advantage. Then you're going to be pissed, but you set the tone. So, yeah, egos can ruin a really good situation, a relationship, even a compliment. It can ruin a compliment.
That is facts. Jesus Christ.
Why? Because they think.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. I just said my
Because-
shoes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're like, oh, you look really nice today. I know I look nice. I look nice every day. You just ruined it.
So I didn't look nice yesterday.
Right. Like, what are you saying? I don't look cute all the time. Right? No one wants to hear that. They just like, thank you. Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. It's really sweet. I really like that. Thank you. That's it. So it's like, keep that same energy, but don't sit there and complain that you actually want to be in a partnership.
Yeah. No,
Because
100%.
at the end of the day, I do believe in certain molds. And I do think that there's a lot of blurred lines these days, which to me is irritating. I know it's not going to be 100% every day, because, sometimes it's 100, sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 80-20, sometimes it's 60-40. It's life, and that's a partnership. But, you just really just have to take a deep breath. And sometimes it could be hard to accept. It's not even help, but it's just accept someone doing something to just take something off your plate when they're like, oh my God, let me just do this real quick, because I've seen her always do it, and it'll be nice if that's one less thing that she has to do.
Is there a way that a man could break down a woman's ego?
Yeah. I think we've, when you see, I forgot what movie it is, but it's when you actually have the conversation, or, it's like kind of mid looking at you sideways, and you let her know, like, look, when we started talking, you wanted X, Y, and Z. I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, but you refuse to let me. So therefore, since this isn't something that you want, and this is something I want, I'm going to have to walk away. That's how you break it down. Because then it has her stop in her footsteps thinking like, shit, he's right. Or she's right,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that. So either it's, they can come back and be like, you know what, I'm a work in progress. I've always, no matter if I was in a relationship or not, had to do X, Y, and Z. So I'm sorry if it's taking me a little longer to adapt to kindness. It's sad, but it happens. And either they're going to do that, or you're going to be like, this is not worth it, and you're going to leave, and then they're going to be doing their shoulda, woulda, couldas, and be on Instagram or whatnot, complaining or saying how they don't need someone. You say you don't, but
that's
in reality,
you do.
Focusing on myself.
I'm over it,
I'm over it.
but don't ask me about it.
Yeah.
You must love yourself before you can let it.
Exactly. Which, I mean, those are all facts, but, you are seeking now the attention that you wanted from someone. Now you're seeking it just in another way.
Facebook circa 2000.
Got my work done. Cool. Like some of the posts people put up, got my work done for the cool.
What?
Cool. Who
I
cares?
know.
Got my work done.
Who the fuck cares? Like
So many people do, else they wouldn't have been posting.
People
Yeah,
just
I-
complain
Drinking
about
coffee.
What about those that complain?
Oh, yeah.
What's worse, the tweet or the message that is irrelevant and did not need to be said, or the one that's like, what did I just say?
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, or like
Like Drake.
the complaining one.
Like Drake says.
That Family Guy where he posts the hospital bracelet selfie. He was like, I don't want to talk about it, but I'm fine.
gosh.
Right? Exactly. Well, woe is me. You want to talk about it, but no one's asking you or talking about it. So you're
I
trying to urge.
Sigh.
Yeah. All right, we got to let you go, but I appreciate
Exactly.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
Same here. You guys have a good
All right,
time.
thank you.
All right,
Bye.
you too.
Yeah, no, she
I'm gonna
100%
post something
right.
tonight.
With the
Miss
head.
Independent.
Dun, 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 dun. She got her own. I'm gonna post tonight. Just got finished with dinner, getting ready for bed. And
Oh, remember the early days of Twitter? That's all people used to do.
yeah, they just tell what they're doing.
Walking into the gym. Walking out of the gym. Getting in my car.
Are you guys done?
Oh, God. Already. Jessica, welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. What are you up to?
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Same old.
Oh,
Working.
I'm here with Coy and JR. Fellas, say what's up,
Just
Jessica.
Jess.
What up?
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Anyways,
You're already on my shit list, my guy, so I'd relax if I were
You
you.
know,
It's only Wednesday on the shit
he's
list.
digging himself deeper.
all right.
Shit list
At
on
least I
hump
got
day,
the
baby.
shovel. You know what I'm saying?
Right up on top.
Oh, I can't wait to show up at your
Oh
house.
my gosh. All right, question of the day. Do you think a woman's ego can keep them from finding a great relationship?
I think anybody's ego can keep them from finding a great relationship.
Yeah.
Specifically women,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Well, because we talk about, I'm independent, or, set in ways, stubbornness, like prideful. Like, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen that happen for a woman in any of your friends? Like,
Yeah, I have.
hit her with the girl, it's not that serious. Like, you're doing too much.
No, it's just like it's one of those weird, like, fine lines. I feel like feminism has been taken to like a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And the whole like, oh, well, I'm independent. I'm a boss bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I don't need this. I don't need that. Just because you are capable of doing certain things doesn't mean that you should.
Yeah, you could drive a car
Can
with your
I-
feet. Don't mean you should do
But
it.
I'm just saying, right? Like, could I hang a shelf up? Yeah. Could I cut my lawn if I needed to? Yeah. But do I
Oh, hello?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
have
Wait, what did you say?
my man
Wait,
do
wait,
that?
wait. No, you cut off. You was
Just
going.
'cause you could
was getting
hang
a
up a
little
picture.
aggressive. Yeah, just because you can hang up a picture, cut a grass.
It doesn't mean that I want to.
Oh.
I would rather have my other half do that. And I think that women have gotten so stuck on the I can do it by myself, I don't need him, that they
Yeah.
forget that they might want him.
Yeah, you should never need somebody.
No, you shouldn't. But at the same time, like, it's okay to also be just, a girl
Yeah,
that
100%.
it's okay to be a little bit beneath somebody is what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with letting a man lead. And I feel like a lot of women have a problem with that nowadays.
I can see that. Let me ask you this: what do you think women could do to get themselves out their own way?
Oh, man. Counseling.
I didn't say it. But I mean,
it takes somebody to really be able to look at themselves and say, like, dang, okay, I'm doing too much. Like, I need to fall back a little bit, or maybe I should, let this person lead or run the show, or however you want to put it.
yeah.
But I think it's just coming to terms with yourself, like knowing it's okay. This person is doing all these things for you. Let go of your ego. Has nothing to do with, well, he's telling me what to do, or I can do it without him, or this or that. That's the weird fine line.
I can see that. I can see the weird fine line. I just think sometimes, like, I see it with guys, and I think guys, 75% of men that are single because of their ego, not because they want to be.
I mean, I can agree with that. I see like those conversations happen where, for instance, like somebody saying, "Oh, you got to check in with your girl before we do anything tonight," or da 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 da.
Yeah, I want her to know I'm safe.
I don't have to tell her anything. I don't have to run my business by her or this or that. Like, I'll be home when I get home, or she's just tripping. Like, it's like a whole thing of letting that go and just being considerate. Yeah. My whole thought process as I've gotten older is, it's really simple. If I'm always worrying about taking care of my significant other and worrying about what that person needs mentally, physically, everything, then that person, hopefully, which it has worked out that way, but that person in turn focuses on me the same way because now their needs are being met. You can't ask somebody to meet your needs when you're not meeting theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. You can't ask for someone to meet your needs. I like that. Damn, that's a bar. Shit. All right.
That's very true.
I'm gonna text Will to let him know he has a good one. I'm gonna text hey, you got a good one.
I think ego comes from ego comes from like a fear of being inferior. Like, I feel like if
100%,
someone was truly confident in anything, in any category you want to put out there, they would be okay with, handing over the reins to something, letting you do it, or, I'll let you pay this time. I know I can pay it, but I'll let you pay, I'm not, just stuff like that.
Good,
right.
healthy.
And you're supposed to be a team.
Yeah.
Like when you're with somebody, whether you're married or dating, you're supposed to be, that's the person you chose to be your team member.
Yeah,
so why are you hitting your head against the wall fighting that person?
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense, but people do it all the time.
It makes the team stronger too.
Right.
I don't mind being taught something sometimes, If I don't know how to do something, teach me how to do it. I want to know how to do it.
Look,
I'm not going to act like I know how to do it.
I don't want either one or any of you guys to fall out of your chair right now, okay? But in like the last recent years, I've been practicing this whole thing called an apology when I'm wrong, and it really hurts.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. Do you like gag when it's coming out? Or
And every time I do it, he looks around like he's Chris, and I just want to punch him in his head because I'm like,
hey,
look,
Dad,
I'm going to say something to you, and I tell him all the time, I'm going to say something to you right now. If you ever repeat it, I'll deny it. But you were right. And then he looks around. Are you talking to me? Did you say that? Yeah. Can you repeat that? I'm going to record it right now.
Yeah, because ain't nobody going to believe this.
4K, 60 frames.
Yeah, I need everything. I need that realism. I need to put on the Oculus.
I need on the closed captioning.
I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I can only look at things from a woman's perspective. Mm-hmm. I'm not a man, so I have to understand that his perspective of viewing something is completely at a different angle.
Shit.
It doesn't make it right or wrong. It just makes it a different perspective. How can I?
Man, you know what I'm saying? We need to get her a psychology degree. Shit.
And you find like there's nothing wrong with admitting that you're wrong, right? You don't feel like
I don't
we're
feel
not trying to
weird
win a
about
prize
it
here.
with him. Correct. I don't feel weird about it when it comes to him because I know it's not coming from a place where he's gonna take it and run with it like, oh, well, I see, yeah, you were wrong. It's gonna be more of like a well, that's why I was trying to explain this to you or that, and then I can say, okay, I get it. I totally understand why you're saying what you're saying or why you're doing what you're doing.
Big smile on your boy's face at night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
When the lights turn off.
Like,
big
damn,
smile.
okay. Hell yeah.
That's so damn healthy, man. I love that.
What?
That people can just admit when they're wrong.
Oh,
like
shit.
I You know, I see a lot of relationships where both people do not ever admit that they're wrong, and they're the most, toxic relationships you'll ever see.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what ends up happening. And I think people get resentment over it as well. And that's not what I want to do. And then the other thing too is also everything is timing, like there's moments where I don't agree with something he might be saying, especially like when we do parenting stuff, we do have two separate types of parenting
100%.
styles. And it's also because I'm a female. So I look at things differently. I have daughters.
Yep.
He looks at things differently from a dad and a man's perspective. So we don't always agree. But when it's in that situation, I can't just pop off and be like, oh, well, you're wrong and this is why you're wrong. No, I kind of just let it settle a little bit. And then it's everything. I feel like these are things you learn when you get older, but everything is with grace. Like, hey, I don't think you're wrong per se, but I just want you to understand that this is the reason you're getting this reaction from a younger female.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I think you should be a little more sensitive to our daughters for this reason, or this is why I think you should sit back and reconsider your answer on this. It's not like attacking somebody. Nobody is going to respond well when you're attacking them. It doesn't matter if it's your better half, your parents, your sibling. It doesn't go over well.
Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, well, I appreciate you. Thank you for
Put him on the phone
lesson.
so we can see how good it was, how good it felt.
All right, I'll hit you later. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, then. Bye.
Later.
Yeah, we got to hear from the one man in America that got his wife to admit that she was wrong.
How does it feel? Got to interview him
Show
and
me
the
that
Powerball
trophy.
winner. Him and the Powerball winner.
Damn.
Are you cashing this in right now, or?
The money in the bank.
How much she gonna pick up? She might.
Bring it out when he's at
Hello.
a rough day.
Hey, how we doing?
On the rough days and bring it out.
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm here with JR and Coy. Fellas, say what's up to Miss K.
Miss K, what's
What's
going
up,
on?
Miss K?
Hey.
All right. Question for you, real quick. I don't know. Oh, where you at?
Who's yelling?
Sorry. Nowhere.
Oh, okay.
What's the question?
Question is, can a woman's ego hold her back from being in a great relationship, or ruin a relationship?
I don't think it's so much as ego. I feel like with ego, it's more so like a guy can screw something up with his ego. But I feel like with women, it's more of our insecurities.
Oh,
Because
that might be a bar too. Go ahead.
Because listen, if we are confident in what we want and what we know and who we are, then we know exactly what we're supposed to be doing or steps we're supposed to be taking. So our ego is not going to get in the way of that, because females are powerful people and we just have our eye on the prize. So we're not going to let our emotions necessarily take over for getting where we want to be.
Right.
Our insecurities, however, 1,000%.
Let me ask you this: have you ever admitted to a guy when you were wrong and apologized?
1,000%. I used to not.
Go ahead. Oh,
No.
Oh, wait. Let me pull it back. Yeah. You used to not. Go ahead.
Used to not. I will be honest. In my toxic era, yes, I had one. I was very good at it. I would never be like, I fucked up. Like, even if I knew it, I would never go and be like, my bad, bro. Now, and I will only say probably in the last year, and that's me being 100% honest. Yeah. It has taken me until now to fully be like, well, one, is this relationship or this situation worth me going and putting the effort in?
Yeah.
If not, then I'm not going to go and be like, I fucked up, because I'm going to cut my losses. But if it's something that's important to me, a friendship, a relationship, anything, then 1,000% I'm going to be like, hey, I fucked up and this is why.
Let me ask you something. Can I ask you something? Yeah. Why is it so hard for some women to just admit when they're wrong? Like, what are they scared of? Like, what's going to happen if they admit that they're wrong?
I feel like it depends on the situation and like circumstances. For me, back like before I was willing to admit it, I didn't want to make myself feel vulnerable. And that put me going to somebody and being like, hey, because I didn't know how they were going to take it, you know?
Yeah.
So for me to go and admit it, that's making myself vulnerable. And I was not secure in myself to do that. Yeah, just getting deep, guys.
Yeah, no. I mean, you gotta realize, like, I think, I'm not saying guys want to hear an apology. Guys would rather not hear an apology and just rather not have the mistake happen than anything, I think. But, I mean, I feel like
I feel like guys are logical in the sense to where if we think about our actions and if we can come back and go, hey, my behavior was a cause of this. Like, if we just acknowledge the cause of our behavior, I feel like with guys, then you guys are like, cool, she gets it. You know?
That's enough. Yeah. That's good enough.
Oftentimes, like, if, you know, me and my wife...
Like, I think you guys just want, like, an acknowledgement of, like, hey, I see what I did was wrong, and you didn't deserve that. And not even an apology or be like, hey, I was out of line.
Yeah, no. I think that enough for us is the apology. Like, damn, okay, well, fuck. She knew, like, that was
we all know
that was low.
Get a flat out.
That's
what social media and the memes always show. Like, guys are lucky if they get that.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing we get is naked in bed. So, I mean, we'll just
what do you think apologies in today's era with social media and jokes and memes run even harder than it was back
100%.
then? Or do you think it's always been in the women's culture too?
Because everybody's like, oh, you fucked up? Okay, well, I can go get somebody else who's not going to fuck up like you did.
Yeah, nah.
People don't invest in each other.
Facts.
How it used to, and that fucking irritates the shit out of me, especially being like in the dating scene, because it's like, how do you expect to have a solid fucking marriage or a relationship or any of this when you're not willing to invest in the person that's in front of you? You're just like, oh, I'm good. Next.
Yeah.
Why invest when there's a lot of easy outs?
Yeah. Grass is green where you water.
Yeah, with apps and everything, there's a lot of easy outs. But,
I just be asking people, like, who you have really time for this? Like, you got time for all this bullshit? Like,
a lot of times, like, I'm willing to admit, like, if she's wrong and she admits that she's wrong, I'm willing to admit some things that I did wrong.
Yeah, to
just to even it out a little bit so we can move on.
Yeah, like, so she knows she's not alone.
Exactly. I'm not trying to, like, put you in a corner by yourself and just, like, be like, you messed up, so you know.
Like, right, because that's what you do in a relationship. Okay, you guys come to each other, you're like, so or so, that you take responsibility, you're a grown up.
Yeah.
And then that's how you build together, because it's like, oh, if you could be vulnerable and acknowledge this with each other, then you know in your mind if there's a disagreement or something, you're safe enough to be like, hey, but she'll at least talk to me about it.
Yep.
And vice versa. Like, hey, he'll at least be like, hey, it's not all you. Like, I did this. You feel safe when you do that, so you're able to build more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also our responsibility to not hang that over their head too when they do admit they're wrong.
Yeah.
Because then they'll never admit they're wrong again. And you'll never get another apology.
Well, it's also not anybody's job in a relationship to parent the other person.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're keeping tallies of your minor victories in your head.
Yep. Scoreboard.
No.
Scoreboard check.
No one's doing that.
So it's 1,000 to 1. Yes. I'm on the scoreboard now.
At least it wasn't a shutout.
At least it wasn't a shutout.
All right, Miss K, we appreciate you, and we can't thank you enough. I got some coming this week.
All righty. You guys have a good night.
All right, you
Later,
too.
Miss K.
Bye.
Later. I mean, yeah, it's true.
She apologizes to you. You bring out a little sprinkle. You know what? This is a good time. I'd like to apologize, too, for forgetting to say no tomatoes on your burger.
Yeah.
Think you're giving her something? You ain't giving her shit.
And, you know, if she explains herself, you know, right, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, well, then I can admit that, you know, I did come at it the wrong way, or, you know, this and that and this. You know, it's all about, if you're asking her to shed her ego, you got to shed your ego too. Yeah. You can't have two egos.
Well, there's always a case of who wants to budge first, who wants to blink first.
It's chicken. You're playing chicken.
Well, like, if you're a married couple, you should already know that about each other from a long time ago, you know?
Yeah, y'all locked in. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
So are we really doing this, or are we gonna build something?
Yeah. Are we? Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest part. Are we building together, or are you building yours over there and I'm building mine over here, and I'm not going to let you see mine?
Yeah, pick one. All right. First of all, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website and shoot me a message, fellas. We are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
Dave, 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
thing. So?
I think